So we are here at the Berkeley Marine Center and out of the water. Really fun and a bit of a breeze on today. It was a little rainy, but now it is quite a nice day. There are lots of fun boats here. Yep. And we got people flying kites. Slightly idyllic. And oh, we can go look at this over here. So this little catamaran is a custom-built catamaran owned by Chris Burdish. He's a ocean, his website calls him an ocean pioneer. He's done numerous solo crossings. He paddled across the Atlantic and done numerous sail crossings, and this is for a Pacific crossing that he's going to do solo, and that's very fun. Most of the boat is custom and all carbon. I don't even want to know how much that thing costs. Probably costs 5 times what my boat does, and you can't even take a crap. But will be very fun. We had a neighbor here until yesterday. We've been here about a week. All very fun. Let's go see what I'm working on inside. Alright, well, I am doing truly terrible things down in this cabinet. I've got all these 3 of these through holes out, which I wish I would have taken some video of that, which was madness. They were glassed over the bottom of them, and so I had to kind of meticulously grind that layer out. You can see some of this top layer on top of the actual hull. Not sure where they did that, but you can see some of the wood blocks, and we'll get that all cleared out, and we'll do this kind of a before video. So the water that would leak in here from various places just kind of went down in to this hole and then would sort of seep through the floor. You can see over in there. So lots to do. We're going to make a new glass bottom for this compartment, and with a little drain that goes sort of through over there, so that any water that makes it in here will go out through a tube to the bilge. This is the black tank sucker outer tube. You can see these old copper water lines that go to the sink here, and I've cut those. We're going to do all new stuff, a new sink and new everything. And then these tubes are where it comes from the toilet through there. From there it goes like through the wall and then back into here. And this guy, this splitter will eventually go to one of these through holes, so when we're offshore we can let the turds out, and can't do that in the bay. And that's why there's this red zip tie, and this is registered with the Coast Guard, and you can't take that off of there, otherwise you are in violation. And then when you come back in, you gotta meet with them, and then they will give you a new one. But yep, and let's go look at the one that's done. So this one is done, and we're gonna get some of the sealant cleaned up. Yeah, and this will drain the sink. That's what this white tube is, but I'm gonna put in some 90° and 90° to make more space in this compartment for food storage. That black is water filler, and the water tank is underneath there. And that's all a project. There's another one that's down in the floor underneath there. That'll be for the water maker and the PC cooler. And then over here, good God, there's a lot of crap in here. In here, we can look. That's another one. And that is for the engine water intake, raw water. And I'm going to put a new seacock on there. And very dusty in here. Truly an awful process. So these are the bits that came out, and they are gnarly. The Narsvilles. And man, this was hard to, they were so hard to get out. Let's go look at the hull. So this is one that I've already done. Now all of this nasty black stuff, this is where the paint has come off. This drains the sink, and so the fresh water from the sink has removed all this ablative paint. And here's this, we're waiting for this to cure, and then we're gonna tidy that up a little bit, and then we'll sand this here and put a little hard paint, and then we'll put a little epoxy, then some hard paint, and then more of this red ablative. We got a very loud crow, but these are the outside of the awful space that we just looked at. And yep. Yep. And they love to poop. Poop right on you. When you look at this boat in the water, it doesn't look nearly as big as out of the water. It's quite a giant thing. And we are staying on the boat, and you got to go up this ladder to get onto the boat. And you have to haul stuff up there with ropes so you don't fall off. And that's kind of its own thing. We can look at the rudder and propeller. It looks dirty, but it's actually still pretty good. This is, we've got a brand new one maybe 18 months ago. And we got to get all our zincs replaced. You can see this is a zinc that's deteriorated, and we got a lot of those guys. We got to kind of chisel them off of there and then get some new ones on. And this one here wires up to all of this business. And yeah, all looking pretty good. To get a little patch up of some of the paint on here, and should be good. Paint for this red paint is $305 per gallon, so you don't want to spill it. Yep.